Hello, welcome. It's always a pleasure to be sharing and learning with all of you. Now, of course, these videos are made for you to improve your life, to have a better quality of life that you want or thought that you wanted in this world. And we all know at this time, whatever age you may be, you realize it's not easy to maintain a marriage or a relationship. And how do you know that? You look at your parents, you're looking at your friends, and of course, you are proof of that as well because the relationship you've been in. And you have to look back, how many relationships have you been in before you got to the one you are where you are today? So the today question is this. Women, if you are married, ask yourself this question. Look at your friends who are single. Are they happy? How long have they been single? And if you're hanging around with them and you are married, that's not a good idea. Because why? Married women should be with their spouse, with their husband. Married women should not be hanging out with friends. Because why? If you love that man, then why do you need friends to make up or to add to what supposedly supposed to be love? Because love is complete. You don't need anything. When you're hungry, you want food. You're incomplete. But once you eat, it doesn't matter how much food someone put in front of you, you have no taste for it or desire for it. Sometimes you may feel like you want to vomit. So again, you must question that. If you need friends and you are married and you have to hang around with them, most likely you are not happy with this person. Now, of course, people stay in marriage for many reasons, whether it's income, whether it's finance or children, or maybe they feel they can't find someone else, they remain in it, or thinking the situation going to change. Unfortunately, again, that's the way people are today. It's not easy to find someone you can build a life with, let alone someone you could even call a friend. So the thing is this, if you are married, you need to analyze the situation because now women, unfortunately, are leaving their husband for many reasons. And some of the reasons is they claim they're not happy or they think there is better out there. Now, of course, you should leave if you're not happy in terms if he's abusive, he's not paying attention, and you try to explain to him and he doesn't care. He's not spending time with you. You feel neglected, deprived, abused mentally, physically, and he's not there. He's not sharing. But again, too, you cannot put all the blame on him because you are a reflection of the man you married. Meaning whatever imperfection he has or problems, areas that he has, you have him as well. He is a reflection of who you are because that's a choice you made. Because it says, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. Even though you may think he's the one with the problem, you also have that problem as well. But it may not be as magnified as what he's doing to you, but you are part of the problem because that problem your husband has, you also have it in you as well. Because if you didn't, you will not be with this type of man. One thing about good people sincerely, they will recognize if someone is good or not for them. If you are good, you understand what good is. But most people have no idea what good means. Good mean is someone that will promote well-being. What does it mean, promote well-being? Think about your parents when you were growing up. Everything they did was to promote for you to be a healthy person, a loving child, whatever capacity or understanding your parents had. Everything they did was for you. They were not looking for anything in return. It was not, I give you and you give me back. They want everything or the best for their children, you promoting their well-being, a healthy human being, a happy and loved child. Well, that's what it means, promoting well-being. If you're in a marriage and you feel this is not being done and you haven't not discussed it or you have discussed it many times and this person is neglecting, it's because you are the problem as well. That's a reflection on you. But those of you women who do have a good husband, a good man, now how do you, again, I just explained what good is. Now, if your family members, like your brother, your sister, your children, good close friends, people you trust, knows your husband very well, and they are telling you he's a good man, and you are contemplating whether or not to stay or leave, or matter of fact, leave him, you need to think again. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and do research yourself. Many women who thought There is going to be better out there, and you got to be really, I have to say, out of your mind. If you got to have a good, if you have a good man, and you contemplating him leaving that good man, thinking you're going to find better, the chances are it's not going to happen. Because why? Lightning does not strike twice in the same spot. Meaning that if you don't believe me, look at your friends. How many relationships they've been in, and now they're probably giving up. They don't care. They want to be alone. You know, and I want to share this with you. I went to this ice cream parlor, with a friend hanging out, and there was a bunch of women, maybe 12 of them getting together. I thought it was some kind of group. I wasn't sure what kind of group it was. So I say, excuse me, what is all this about? What kind of group are you all getting in together? Oh, this is a group for single women. And the sad thing is, these women were in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and up. Single. Being that age, they said because we are single, we're getting together not to feel lonely. Listen to what they're saying. If you're not at that age and you're not there yet, that will be you. If you're foolish enough to leave a good man, to leave a good husband, you're going to be joining one of those groups, or you're going to have a cat or a dog you carrying in a purse, because that's going to be your love. You're going to die picking dog crap because that's what you want. Because God has blessed you with a good man. And as I mentioned, what good is. And of course, if family members, your father, your mother, they love your husband, they like your husband, friends love him, they say he's a good man, and you don't feel that way, or you're not happy for whatever reason, you are the problem. You need to look at yourself. Because what's going to happen, you're going to end up leaving, and there's not going to be another one, and you're going to join one of those groups, because you're going to die by yourself. I'm just giving you the warning, what's coming, if this is what you're contemplating. Or you can stay and look at what's good about this man, and for you to understand that this is good for you, because at the end, this is not what you want, to have to join with a single group of women who are in their 50s and 60s complaining they can't find a good man. And of course, even though they get together, what's going to happen after they get together? 5 or 6 hours, they're spending time together. Every one of them going to get in the car. I saw them get in the car, and they all went home by themselves into an empty apartment, an empty house, maybe going to a dog or a cat that becomes their companion. Is this what you want if you are married to a good man? Because this is what's going to happen to you. This is a warning. If you are listening to this video, this is for you, and you are married and you have a good man. Now, of course, I'm not promoting for you to stay with someone you don't love. If you sincerely don't love this person, but again, you have to look at yourself, then maybe you don't like good. Maybe you are the problem, because again, if a person is good to you, and of course, every case is different individually, but again, in general, what you need to do is go back and ask yourself, why did you get with this person to begin with? Was there love there? What was the reason? Was it material? Was it physical? What happened for it to go downhill after 10 years or 15 or 20 years you're contemplating of leaving? Or you leave after the kids leave the house, whatever the case may be. But again, at the end, you're not going to find another one, ladies. You need to think about that. You're going to grow old by yourself. And that man you leave, that husband you leave, believe me, he's going to find another woman. And you're going to be forgotten. He will find another woman and married. And that other woman going to be happy, and she's going to thank you for being stupid enough to give up a good man to give to her. Because that's what's going to happen to you. And you're going to try to go back, he's not going to want you. Why? You already showed you're no good. And why should he? I wouldn't. Because why? If I poured myself into you to love you and caring for you and been there for you 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and now you want to jump ship and abandon me, and then later you realize you were wrong, there's no way I'm taking you back. And no man should take a woman back after she's done that to you, because that's the biggest betrayal there is. Because you took advantage and granted of someone who really loved you and poured into you, and now you realize you made a mistake and you want to go back. So if you have a good man, if you have a good husband, and people have told you that, keep that man, because you don't want to be one of those women or those single group. Because why? This is your future if you leave that man. Again, all this, God has given you a blessing that most women will never have. especially friends who are